Okay. So we are Anyaki, Sumin, and Amy. We come from Lincoln School in Buenos Aires. So before we start our presentation, we want to know more about the audience as well. So could you please just go around this way, telling us your name, grade, and school, what country you're from.
From the American School of Love
My name is
I'm Dominic from United States and I come from
Okay, I'm Jennifer. I'm in 12th grade and I come from Trinidad.
I'm Bridget. I'm in 11th grade and I come from Trinidad.
And I'm Lise. I'm in 12th grade and I come from Trinidad.
Danny Rudnick. I'm the advisor at Beacon Academy in Chicago, the United States.
Shabab from Trinidad.
I'm Victoria. I'm from Trinidad, not from 12th grade. I'm from IFB and I'm in 11th grade.
I'm Andrea. I'm from Venezuela, but I live here in Panama, and I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Mara. I'm from the American School of Lima, and I am 14 years old.
I'm Daniela. I'm in Brazil and I'm
So our presentation is about the English teaching project, and sorry. And first, we want to show you a video called "How English Sounds to Non-English Speakers," because while we were doing our project, which is teaching other students English, we learned that many times we take for granted for being able to speak English and forming a part of the global community. And we want to help the audience and put in the shoes of other students that do not speak English.
Here's Lace. Want me to line them?
Sure.
Hello.
Sounds good. So how's your umbrella wash today?
Oh.
Yeah. The duals read one place. Can't break that more out now. Did you find that one.com?
Yeah, I live at private.
Oh, the raising mountain naturally. The read that tree.
No, First Nation is cut. I mean, why the rest soldiers from Magdalene Nations? Brother, that's what chose it.
Just the metal one?
Magdalene like shit. And first round for multiplication 6 weeks.
What way?
Thursday, turn low for that.
Yeah, sure.
So we stopped the video here because it gets really long. So is there anyone in this room that can relate to this video in a personal level? Well, that's what we assume because we're in here in Vision Conference, and this video is what allows us to be in of people that do not speak English. And we realized because of that we want to extend opportunities such as gym that are limited to other students by increasing students, extending English education to other people, and also these possibilities to other communities. Our project consists of teaching English to young children around 9 to 11 years. We do this through physical activities, arts, and scientific experiments. We base school in Buenos Aires that is for vulnerable children coming from communities that are not very capable of addressing all their resources and needs. We go to this school about like once a week. I need to teach class, and the school we visit is called Maria de Guadalupe. That like our school, Lincoln actually has many ties with. Like Lincoln goes to the school to provide physical labor, but now our project is taking like a step further and actually setting up lesson plans, facilitating their development in language skills, and providing opportunities to engage themselves with people that come from very different communities, backgrounds, and cultures. Structured into 3 subjects: English, science, and art. The classes consist of simple outdoor activities and games to encourage student participation and engagement. In the beginning of the class, the students are divided into 2 groups, like into an English course art group or into like a science group, and we will have like 2 blocks. So during the first block, the students that were in the English or art class will go to the science block, and those that were in the science block will go to the English science class.
So each week, the group members meet to discuss the week's topic, lesson plan, and activities, so that the work can be divided and efficiently carried out. So while we come up with a lesson plan together, each member is responsible for designing or preparing worksheets, or taking pictures of videos, or like recording the words the children learn. The English and art class are divided into 2 parts. For the first 15 minutes, the children learn even a context or topic. And then for the next 20 to 25 minutes, we do activities like making plays, building things, or like drawing things, or having competitions, or playing games and sports. We use different methods to teach each different topics to enhance their learning. For example, sometimes we use drawings and worksheets, and other times motions and gestures. This is to experiment with various ways to find the best way for the children. And English and art are usually paired because we think that encouraging them to use artistic and creative skills helps them to focus more on their classes and to apply their knowledge to things in their daily lives. And also, this process improves the efficiency of their learning because they have visual references to the work they learn. Once this process is over, the students that were in English go to science, and the ones that were in science go to English. So in all of our classes, students are taught to associate vocabulary words. Our lesson plans are consistently based around combining academic learning and visual learning, so that it is both fun and engaging for the students. So during one of our lessons, the children were first taught about different concepts vocally and visually. We made the students practice numerous times. This lesson was visualization. Numerous times, and the words until they feel comfortable with them. After pronunciation skills were developed, the children learned to associate these different transportation forms with sounds or actions. So for example, it goes true to or every good outstretched arms. So the goal of this was not just for children to memorize the words, but to remember their meaning through kinesthetic languages. And after the actions and sounds were practiced, we set up a game of charades so the kids could act them out or sound out the words, and then other children have to guess them. So it's engaging for both of them at the same time. And the activity success with the children proved to us that incorporating the interest of the students is super important and will make the learning much more effective. And these are just pictures of this being done. This is one of our group members teaching them the words, and this is your now. We have one of the different transportation methods. So she's acting out. This is when we were teaching them to associate gestures or sounds. So as our project, As our project expanded and more members joined, we decided to include another subject, science, to enhance their learning and to give them experiences and knowledge that their school has limited to offer them. In the aspect of English teaching, we thought it would be a supportive aid for them to learn academic words specific to a subject like science, because these are words that they would likely not learn in other English classes. And scientific experiments and vocabulary may not be considered as essential in teaching a language, but we thought it would show them a different aspect of English and show them a different aspect of English and be able to incorporate it to the English words they learn in the English section as well as their other school classes. Also, we've seen that this addition stimulates enthusiasm for children that are more competent to science subjects. And fun experiments provoke curiosity and interest, which cause a positive reaction not only to science, but to our classes in general, and ultimately our goals of English teaching. The science class usually starts with teaching them vocabulary words related to the experiment that's done on the day. And this can be usually categorized into materials, verbs, and scientific concepts. With the materials that can be seen in daily lives, we usually say them in Spanish first and have them guess the word in English to encourage them to name objects around them in English. And in the same way, we teach them verbs that can describe the procedure of the experiments. We repeat these words while we do the demonstration and while we give them instructions for their trials to get them accustomed to hearing these words. But with scientific words, we write them on the board, we go through all of them, and we explain them because we found that some of these terms they haven't encountered in other classes, like generally in their science classes. For example, for the word density, it helps some students to see the equation density equals mass over volume, while others understood better when we demonstrated the difference between density of a container filled with air and with water.
So now we are going to do an activity called Where Should I Go? And it's basically making a maze, and it's an activity we do with the children, and we want to share with you so that you guys have an experience on what it is to learn a new language that you're completely unfamiliar with. We are going to show you your words, north, south in Korean, and then we are going to make a maze with the tables and the chairs in this room. And then we will get 2 volunteers, a person that has her or his eyes closed, and a person that will say the words in Korean. And the eyes closed has to follow the guidance of the other person, of the other partner. So should we first learn the words? Okay, so north, everyone should follow after me when I say the word. North is pu. Yes. North is pu. And then east is 동. East is
Wait, those words is what you're saying?
sorry.
Are you saying those
Yes,
words?
we're saying words. You want us to write it bigger?
No. It doesn't sound like.
It doesn't sound like how it looks.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
N.
It's hard to write Korean.
Yeah.
We tried our best. So 동.
Dong.
And south is nam.
Nam.
And west is so.
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 So I like
One
the
more.
expression.
Speak English.
So I'll repeat this again one more time.
Pu.
동,
Tong.
nam, and so.
So.
Okay. So we are going to make the room into a maze. Okay. Wait. First, okay. Can you guys go outside the room while we make the maze? And the rest of the audience, can you please stand up and help us make a very complicated maze? It's impossible. Hurry, let's get it. So we need to The base can go everyone. That's the way. Yeah. Can she come in now? Are you done? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's try. Okay, so you stand here. It's gonna be easier. Not you. Okay. Okay, now we'll see her the way outside the maze. Did you get it right?
Yeah.
You guys step.
What happens when this thing?
Wait, stop.
Book.
No, it's not very good. Stop.
Okay, let's try no touching. Touch me. Okay, stop.
Don't touch me. Yeah, poop. You all know a little bit. Damn, man. Wait,
Is there another one to be the most fun? Okay, is there another one? Okay.
Like how long?
So we have to rearrange the maze. Okay. We can go one more time after this. Who's going?
The boys had this little.
Okay. Okay. Can you guys help rearrange the maze?
I think that.
Your eyes are open. For your eyes are open.
And then you said don't. Like,
No, Why don't we make it like story? What I said it sounded around here anymore.
Don't.
No. We have to do that yourself. Oh, like to the end over there. Oh.
It's poop. Like poop.
Young. Dong. Dong. Boom. Boom. So. Pong. No. Pop. Bong. Bong. Yeah. Bong. Yeah. Woo! Okay. We wanted to take another volunteer, but we're running out of time, so we'll go on. Sorry. We'll arrange this later. I don't know if I put you up. So this way, like this was like an example of like a physical activity to do with the children, and through constant repetition, like they can learn simple words like in an easy way. So why did we choose English education? The global issue we're trying to tackle in this project is education for all, which is not only a fundamental right, but an essential element to achieve and lay the basis for economic and sustainable growth. Most of all, we believe that it is important in developing bright, caring, intelligent human resources with a sense of global citizenship that will commit in solving global problems, improving lives, reducing poverty, and helping people become independent and have control of their own lives. Argentina, where we all come from, is in fact considered to be a leading nation in education due to high literacy rates and heavy proportions of the governments that are putting education. The reality in Argentina, however, does reflect the reputation Argentina has cultivated so far. Argentina suffers due to increasing dropout rates and drastic gaps between students are placed on an unequal system with uneven concentration of resources and imbalanced distribution and students that come from different places. With our project, we hope to improve the access and quality. Although teaching English is our objective, we place more emphasis on working as equals with the children, interactive cultures, and spreading positive energy through education. In other words, we want to engage with them with empathy and partnership, and together build cooperative learning and cultural facilities. We teach the children English, science, and new cultures. We also teach learning from their community as well. There's a strong synergy between the children and the teachers, and we work hard to maintain ongoing dialogue with everyone so that we can make plans for the children. We also involved in the change-making process, interacting with other people, and ultimately letting their positive thoughts spread positive energy. Another key aspect of this project is that through the process of learning teaching the binary thinking that creates separatedness, race, nationality, or thinking, which encourages us overly simplistic and can be observed in daily part of our lives. This act of accepting, the way of accepting this way signifies submission and intolerance on various levels. Beyond improving their English, we want a that allows the integration of cultures. In the first few weeks during school, we felt that there were some students that were uncomfortable being in an unfamiliar environment with people that they did. Though this mindset can seem harmless coming from an innocent child that is only 9 years old, if it extends from an individual to a local, and it will obviously be very humanity together and building that are necessary in solving the collective issue.
The first and most essential was the realization and continuation of the project itself. We started our project in the beginning of our freshman year. So in the beginning, there were only 3 members, and all 3 of us believed that education was a solution, a better world. And we also wanted to find a way to share our own experiences. The process of starting the first 2 weeks was really hard because we had to research and build communications with a lot of different schools. See the love we were receiving, how far it was to us to get to, and like what not to teach at school. So for months, only emails were sent to managers to see like how many students we would be teaching, what resources we could get our hands on. So yeah. Years ago, had 3 only 2 only during that period, we've managed to recruit 12 more members, and this project has become a strong culture. We serve 60% using technology, children's features, and our own experiences, and also enhance collaborators in ongoing dialogue and other community members. I believe it is important to be sincere in what we're doing, directly involved in a change of interacting with people and ultimately letting their positive health. We make sure that each experience be designed in a way for all of us to be directly. And this project is extremely important. The project, the children of school will have social vocabulary words to 30 topics, just colors, parts of the house, shape, transportation, introducing oneself, family members, emotions, clothes, and much more. After 10 experiments, 5 students have been successfully graded out. And this is making slime. We tell them about make them paper. So communication that was essential in starting our base to be a strong base of our and the school was willing with us and effectively supporting. And although we separate the work between our members, we still reflect on the ground better altogether to show movements and alterations for the future. This process, for what they like and what they don't like, they respond to certain topics or subjects, and it also teaches much more about ourselves, like students, and how we deal with conflicts that occur between the students themselves as well as with us. Reflections and experiences help us in altering the classes so that they're more adequate to both the students and us. To continue our work, we've been looking for ways to develop, and so far we've collected various school utilities from elementary, middle, and high school that were used to enhance learn and money that they want to move in. And as we were trying to realize the importance of communicating this because your community.
During our classes, we have also come to realize that in order to help the children become immersed in the language, that they should know how to apply into in other settings in their classroom. Or to build their vocabulary in a way so that it's applicable to and relevant to their day-to-day lives. Realize that there are some other ideas developed, and moreover, we realized that the most important thing would be like having currently, we record the words and topics that children, for example, like qualitative ways such as artwork, plays, and songs are displayed and learned. We still haven't yet installed a way that can measure what they have learned in a quantitative way. I believe that education is a gateway to society. English education will be a step to achieving a broader and globalized community. Giving the children an opportunity to learn, help them think and prepare for the awareness of the world they've never been exposed to. This can be a chance to understand where they stand in this world and develop their own identity. By approaching the global issue of education as a local issue, we also establish empathetic systems and networks that not only undertake the local, build a sustainable community that collaborates in a global dimension. Thank you guys for the presentation, really good initiative and everything that you found it. And we are now give this guy some feedback.